In December 2009, for the first time, Vietnam signed a contract to buy from Russia 6 Kilo Class 636 submarines worth $2 billion. This amount is equivalent to 1.8% of Vietnam's GDP that year, $106 billion. With these warships, Vietnam for the first time has deterrent strategic submarines and becomes the leading country in Southeast Asia in terms of navy. Hello familiar viewers of the Vietnam Facts and Figures channel. Today we would like to reveal to you the details of Vietnam's arms purchase contract with Russia, considered Vietnam's largest contract to date with a total value of up to $2 billion in 2009, a huge amount of money at that time and equivalent to about 1.8% of Vietnam's GDP in the same year. In this video clip you will know what led Vietnam to sign this contract. In the 4,000-year history of building and defending the country of the Vietnamese people, the potential threat has always come from its giant neighbor to the north, China. Since feudal times, Vietnam was occupied by China for more than 1,000 years, from 111 BC to 938 AD. In modern history, Vietnam was also attacked by China in 1979. Vietnam has up to 1,400 kilometers of common border with China and more than 3,200 kilometers of sea, so gaining an adequate defense budget is out of the question. The Project 636M submarine is officially designated the Varshavyanka class by Russia. It is more widely known by its NATO designation, the Kilo class. The Kilo is a non-nuclear fast attack submarine, SSK. It can perform the following missions: anti-submarine and anti-shipping warfare, coastal defense, mine-laying, general reconnaissance and patrol. Vietnam has ordered the latest variant, the improved 636MV. It has better range, speed, reliability, sea endurance, acoustic characterizes and firepower than its earlier variant. The Project 636 Kilo class submarine has been dubbed the Black Hole by the U.S. Navy for its level of quietness. The Project 636MV class sub has improved stealth features through the removal of flooding ports and treating the hull with multi-layer anechoic rubber tiles. The tiles are fitted on casings and fins to absorb active sonar waves that reduce and distort the return signal. The anechoic tiles also shield sounds from within the submarine, thus reducing the range of detection by passive sonar. The Project 636MV submarine has 6 533mm forward torpedo tubes. It can carry 18 torpedoes, 6 loaded in the tubes and 12 in racks, or 24 mines, 2 in each tube and 12 in racks. 2 of the torpedo tubes are designed to fire remote-controlled torpedoes with very high accuracy. The improved Kilo can also fire anti-ship cruise missiles from its torpedo tubes. The Kilo also carries Manpad Strela 3 anti-aircraft missiles. In June 2010 it was reported that the total cost of Vietnam's submarine package had risen from the original estimates of $1.8 to $2.1 billion to $3.2 billion. The additional costs included armaments and infrastructure construction. Why buy Kilo-class submarines? Previously, Vietnam could only protect its thousands of kilometers of coastline with surface warships or fighter aircraft. The purchase of Kilo-class submarines has helped Vietnam increase its ability to prevent invading submarines in the underwater space. Each Kilo submarine requires 60 sailors and officers to operate the ship. The selection of sailors was carried out among naval soldiers. Those with the best health are selected from them. They need to endure the lack of oxygen when the ship dives below the sea surface at a depth of 50 to 70 m. Another difference is that submarine sailors are not allowed to smoke because experience in an Asian country showed that a submarine caught fire due to careless smoking. To encourage the selection of the best, each sailor will receive a salary of up to $1,800 and officers will receive a higher salary of about $2,500. This is a large amount of money because the average salary in Vietnam is only about $280. The first sailors and officers were sent to Russia for training. Study duration is about 2 years and studied in Russian. The first class opened in August 2011 at St. Petersburg. Training costs are included in the amount of money to buy warships. Besides Russia, India also helps Vietnam train submariners. In October 2013, India began training 550 submarine officers and sailors for Vietnam. The study period lasts 6 months at the Satavahana Submarine Training School. However, this course is only considered theoretical learning. Students need to practice on the ship to be able to proficiently use combat equipment and techniques. This internship period also lasts at least 6 months. Total training period lasts 1 year. On January 20, 2017, the last Kilo-class submarine was handed over to Vietnam. It was transported to Vietnam by the Dutch ship Roldock Storm on a 40-day voyage from Russia to the Vietnamese military port of Cam Ranh. With the equipment of 6 Kilo-class submarines, the Vietnamese Navy has become the strongest force in Southeast Asia. However, the amount of money to build infrastructure for these 6 ships, maintain a team of sailors and officers to operate them, and maintenance costs will need to be at least $2 billion, raising the amount to $4 billion. This is of course necessary, but no one wants to spend huge amounts of money on weapons. If only it were used to build hospitals or schools, it would be many times better. Do you agree with that?